The wind howled across Holleridge Hill as the glowing gateway widened, its light spilling into the night like liquid stars. Ethan's heart hammered in his chest. The mark on his hand burned brighter, a strange symbol now pulsing with energy, responding to the pull of the realm beyond. He could feel it, a cold presence creeping closer from behind, its shadow stretching unnaturally across the ground. It was bending the moonlight, as if the darkness itself feared the brilliant glow of the gate. "Don't turn around!" A small luminous creature whispered urgently, gripping Ethan's sleeve with its tiny claws. "If you hesitate now, the gate will choose for you." Ethan swallowed hard, his mind racing with a mix of fear and sheer wonder. But deep inside, something steady began to form, a quiet understanding that this moment had been waiting for him long before he ever knew it existed. The shadow behind him hissed, its voice a low, sharp promise of danger and regret. Ethan made his choice. He stepped forward. The instant his foot crossed the glowing threshold, the world shattered into pure light. All sound vanished. Gravity loosened its hold. Ethan felt as if he were falling and flying at the same time, surrounded by a dizzying rush of colors and the faint echoes of distant, unknown voices. The mark on his hand pulsed rhythmically, a steady guide through the beautiful chaos, like a second heartbeat. Then, just as suddenly as it began, everything stopped. Ethan landed softly on ground that shimmered like polished glass beneath his feet. He gasped, spinning around in complete awe. He was standing in a vast open valley that floated beneath a sky painted in impossible shades of violet, gold, and deep, calming blue. Entire islands drifted slowly above him, connected by glowing bridges made of pure light. The trees around him seemed to breathe gently, their leaves glowing with a faint, living luminescence. Rivers of silver water flowed upward into the sky before gracefully curving back down again in sparkling arcs. "You're in Aeloria," the little creature said, now floating beside him. "The first realm." Ethan just stared, his voice barely a whisper. "It's real. It has always been real," the creature replied, its voice ancient and knowing. Humans simply forgot how to see it. Before Ethan could ask another question, the air around them shifted. The sky dimmed slightly, and the sound of distant horns echoed through the valley. The creature's ears flattened against its head. "They followed you," it said, its voice tight with worry. Crossing the gate weakened the veil between the worlds. From the floating islands high above, dark shapes began to move. They were tall figures cloaked in a swirling dark mist, gliding silently through the air. Ethan felt the warmth in his hand turn sharp and cold, like a sudden warning. "Who are they?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. "The Seekers," the creature answered grimly. "They hunt realm bearers, people like you. And now, they know you exist." As if on cue, the ground beneath them trembled violently. Cracks of pure shadow spread across the shimmering surface, and from them rose creatures formed of darkness and smoke, their forms shifting and unstable. Panic surged through Ethan, a cold wave that threatened to swallow him. But before his fear could take complete control, a bright beam of light struck the ground between them and the advancing shadows, exploding in a flash of brilliance. A group of riders emerged from the glowing forest just ahead, mounted on magnificent creatures that looked like they were made of light and stone. At their front was a girl about Ethan's age, her eyes sharp and steady, holding a staff etched with glowing runes that pulsed with power. "Behind us," she called out, her voice clear and commanding. Now Ethan didn't hesitate for a second. He ran, as the riders clashed with the shadow creatures. Light and darkness collided in powerful bursts that shook the very air. Ethan watched in awe as raw magic flashed all around him. Luminous barriers formed in an instant. Shadows dissolved into nothing, and the land itself seemed to react to the furious battle. The girl fought with a precision and confidence that was mesmerizing, her movements practiced and powerful. They escaped into the safety of the forest just as the ground collapsed behind them, sealing the shadows away at least for now. Once they finally stopped, Ethan struggled to catch his breath, his lungs burning. "Who are you?" he asked the girl, turning to face her. She studied him carefully for a long moment before answering. "My name is Lena. And if the mark on your hand is real, then you're the one everyone's been waiting for." Ethan looked down at his glowing palm, the symbol now a steady, living light. Waiting for what? Lena's expression hardened, her gaze distant and serious. For the realms to wake completely, and for the war that comes with it. Far above them, unseen by either of them, the shadows regrouped, watching patiently. The gate had been opened, the bearer had arrived, and the realms would never sleep again. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey. Like, share, and subscribe to Chhoti Duniya for more magical stories and epic adventures like this one. To be continued.